Next item of business is roll call, please.
Mayor Roland Dykes, Vice Mayor Connie Ball,
Here.
Alderman Mike Hansel,
Here.
Alderwoman Lana Ottinger. Here. Alderman Randy Reagan,
Here.
Alderman Steve Smith,
Here.
City Attorney Terry Hurst,
Here.
City Administrator Jim Spinchin.
Here. Thank you. Next item is approval of the minutes of the previous meetings. Can we do both, or do we need to do them individually? I don't remember.
Well, it'd be better to have two motions.
Okay, all right. The first one is the regular session, February the 13th, 2024. You've had a chance to look at those. What is your pleasure?
Motion approved.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. Any discussion? All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed is no. I hear none. The call meeting minutes, February the 21st, 2024. Do we have any corrections or anything to those, or do we have a motion to approve as written?
Motion to approve. I'll second.
Got a motion and a second. Any other discussion? All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed is no. I hear none. Item 4, a proclamation from the mayor recognizing Chris Flockhart. Would that be you? That might be. I'm just kind of looking at you. Now, Coach Prophet was here. He would have this story to tell. And I don't know who's all heard this story or not. But he had went to a wrestling competition somewhere to watch, I guess, college or local guys that he was familiar with, and one of the guys didn't show up, and Mike filled in for him. Made it all the way to the final, and then he said once he hit the floor on that match, the next thing he saw was the lights. But I'll never forget that. But anyway, if you would come up here, we'll read this proclamation for you.
I'm sorry, all the other doors are locked.
This is from the office of the mayor. Cobb County High School Wrestling State Runner-Up Chris Flockhart. Whereas the 2023-2024 Cobb County High School wrestling season saw many individual and team accomplishments. And whereas Chris Flockhart stood out as an exemplary wrestler with a 38-2 overall record. And whereas Chris Flockhart won both regional and sectional championships in his weight class. And whereas Chris Flockhart earned the status of PSSAA All-State in the sport of wrestling. And whereas Chris Flockhart became the state runner-up in his weight class, becoming the first athlete in the history of Cobb County High School athletics to do so. And now therefore, in order to pay tribute to Chris Flockhart, region champion, sectional champion, All-State and state runner-up wrestler, Roland Dykes, III, Mayor of City of Newport, Tennessee, do hereby proclaim March the 12th, 2024 as Chris Flockhart Day, and commend all citizens to recognize and support them on this great day. In witness whereof, I hereunto set my hand and affix the seal of the City of Newport, Tennessee, the 12th day of March, 2024, Mayor Roland Dykes III. Next item, communication from City Administrator James Finch.
Thank you, Mr. Vice Mayor. On March the 23rd, which will be a Saturday, a week from this Saturday, we're going to have our first litter pickup for the season. We were going to try to have it this coming Saturday, but the weather's not going to cooperate, so it's called for rain. So if anybody would like to come join in, that's fine. It's just to make everybody aware of it. We will be cleaned up on the 23rd. Also, probably will be coming back next month in April to ask you all to fund this. We recently had a meeting with the county mayor, Kim Dockley, and I, Gary Carver, and Mayor Mattis from the county. And we have asked the state of Tennessee Parks and Recreation Commission down there to do a study on city and county recreation to see how we can reorganize to make it more efficient. And so we recommend that we split the cost of that study. It'll be, the total cost will be $10,000 to $12,000 with the city paying half and the county paying half. But I just want to give you a heads up that we will be probably coming back in April to ask that y'all fund that. We had a really good meeting, and I feel like that there'll be some really good improvements come out of this study to really help the Little League sports in the city and the county. So I'm looking forward to seeing what they come back with. But the first thing they're going to come back with is a quote on what it's going to cost them. So I will be asking y'all this month to fund the city's portion of that. That's all I got.
Thank you, Jim. Appointment of boards, commissions, and committees. There's one item, discussion of Cobb County Municipal Solid Waste Region Board, Lieutenant Ottinger's term, and that is appointed and has been appointed by the Mayor Roland Dykes. So that's not anything that we can vote on. No reports to committees. Council, y'all have anything to report or anything? Next page, there's no old business, moving into new business. Item A is consideration of resolution 2024-06, annex certain territory upon written consent of owner West Highway 2570.
How many was that? This is the old Ford dealership. Racetrack Travel Center is going to be building there, and the piece of property next to it, in the back side of Birch's old tire store, so they have access to that other street. It's next generation, I'm not sure which one it is, but they want to be annexed in, so there's already infrastructure there. We have property beyond that point, so the growth plan was pretty, or not the growth plan, plan service was pretty easy. Added to it. Anybody got any questions? You should have probably had a dealership years and years ago.
Now, where was that at again?
Old
That's
Ford
the old
dealership.
Ford place.
Mhm. Right across from Love's. I figured once Love's went in, that they would start popping off over there on the west end, so that's what's their submitted site plan for this month at the planning commission, or they're trying to get in. They're looking to move pretty quick.
Okay. What's your pleasure, council?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. Any other discussion? Okay, roll call, Tina, please.
Alderman Mike Hansel,
Yes.
Alderwoman Luana Ottinger,
Yes.
Alderman Randy Reagan,
Yes.
Alderman Steve Smith,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Connie Ball.
Yes.
Thank you.
Item B, consideration of audit contract between Brown, Jake, and McDaniel and the city of Newport.
This is just the annual renewal of our contract with the auditors to continue being our auditors and give them the green light to move ahead on the next audit.
Council, what's your pleasure?
Make a motion to approve that. Second.
Motion and a second. Any other discussion? All those in favor indicate by saying aye. Opposed is no. Hear none. Item C, consideration of authorization for the Newport Fire Department to apply for Tennessee Community Fire Protection Program.
Jeremy couldn't be here today. He's tied up, and so access, this is the grant that comes through the Forestry Service. Let's see, is this one you've been helping with here?
Yes.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's okay. I ran and got the paper because I forgot he wasn't gonna be here. Yeah, it's a low risk, high reward, because it's just basically, there's, free money to get stuff, for the fire department. There's not, the budget and everything's in the book, right? I was just asking, the whole thing, all 3 pages, so if that shows you exactly what all the money's going for, it's $17,000, less than $20,000, so it's not we're not playing with a lot of money, but, it's pretty cut and dry. These are easy for them to, because we don't even have to do the work, it pretty much goes through Forestry Services people.
What's your pleasure, council?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion and a second, any other discussion? All those in favor indicate by saying aye. Opposed, no. I hear none.
Jeremy, thank you.
Item D, consideration of request to access accumulated sick time for a fire department employee.
As per policy, the fire chief has written a letter of request that if needed, not certain it will be needed, but we have to kind of prove it now because it can come into play before next meeting if it is needed. So we do have a letter of request, as policy requires, from the fire chief recommending that we allow this employee to access that sick time if needed.
Council, what's your pleasure?
Motion to approve. I'll second that.
Motion and second, any discussion? All those in favor indicate by saying aye. Opposed is no. I hear none. Item E, consideration of adding general orders for part-time employee to the Newport Fire Department.
As y'all know, at the last meeting, we approved allowing the fire department to access part-time employees if needed during this time while they're working shorthanded with 4 firefighters and fire school. The one we just talked about being sick and another one about to go out on maternity leave, which is going to put them 6 people short. And so, as required, they have come back with the policy that will govern the use of these people. So the police department's coming up next, and since Jeremy couldn't be here, he asked me to address the sick leave and this. That's why I was panicking out for a minute on the grant, because he hadn't mentioned that to me yet. And Gary got it, so I was having to read fast. But anyway, I approved both of these by executive order until today, till they come in front of you all so they can be moving forward with them. But that has to be in all policies like this, like personnel policies, and that's what this basically comes down to. Has to be approved by you all for a permanent solution. I put a temporary rule in place, but only until you guys meet, so.
Council, what's your pleasure?
Motion to approve that. Second.
Got a motion and a second, any other discussion? All those in favor indicate by saying aye. Opposed is no. I hear none. Item F, consideration of adding general orders for part-time employee to the Newport Police Department.
Hello. Basically, this is the same thing that James just said. It's just a continuation of what we asked for last council meeting. Setting some standards for the part-time employees that we've asked for. So that's where we're at.
We have a motion to approve?
Motion approved. Go ahead.
2 motions, okay.
I'll second it. That's
Okay.
my
Motion
motion.
and second, any other discussion? All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Any noes? I hear none. Thank you. Item 10 is bids, purchases, and expenses. Consideration of bids for purchase equipment for the Newport Police Department for the VCIF grant.
Yeah, it's been a while since I came and asked for this. I think it was last December possibly, I'm not sure. But it's a violent crime intervention fund, which was created by the state which was for $129,411. It's a non-match grant, it's all through the state of Tennessee, and it's all funded through the state of Tennessee. And with that, we're asking to buy 21 shields for patrol officers, level 3, 24 spike strips, new duty weapons, and medical bags and supplies, all totaling $129,372.02. So underneath the ground.
What's your pleasure? Motion and second. Any other discussion? We need to roll call that down.
Sure.
Since it's not.
Alderman Mike Hanchel,
Yes.
Alderwoman Lena Ominger. Yes. Alderman Randy Reagan,
Yes.
Alderman Steve Smith,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Tony Jones.
Yes.
We really like those that don't require a match. It's 100%.
Thank you.
Last item on the agenda is comments from citizens. All right, we have a motion to adjourn. You got a second?
Second.
Anybody opposed?
15 minutes.
Wow.